Look, so I'm supposed to sign off on them hiring Dougie Fresh. I wouldn't cooperate. Instead, I flew all of them to a show in like Little Rock. I said, cause clearly y'all got a misconception. I'm playing this shit, wall to wall. They nervous cause you know this is a different atmosphere. Mm-hmm. Everybody, it's wall to wall. Nobody got searched to come in this. Nobody got searched to come in this. So if we got 1,000 guns, the crowd got 6,000. Everybody nervous, and the crowd knows word for word. I done went in the crowd and performed and everything. When the show over, you're like, man, that was different. I said, yeah. Now you see, I do know what the I'm doing. You supposed to be trying to meet and compliment. You said Dougie Fresh. Turn around.
They had dance lessons.
And they trying to
come on, Trip. Let's do it one more time.
Well, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Let it to the sun. Let it to the sun. Let it to the sun. Come on.
Well, look.
Shout, support, stop.
You dressed like Tupac when he jumped them at the casino. That's
all eyes on me.
Well, we in Memphis, man.
No, hey, we in Mississippi. We in Mississippi. We in Mississippi.
What's happening?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What's up, girl? We got them titties in the building.
Give me the playbook, man.
Damn, coach.
Hey,
Come on, man. Get this together.
my paper, man.
Yes, sir. This together, man.
We spend a lot of time writing these plays, man. He do. And it say right here, I see why we don't do this shit. It's bullshit.
That's a good play, coach.
Look at them people, parents over there watching. Don't ever turn your eyes off me. That's what y'all doing. You're taking your eyes off the prize. You take your eyes off the prize. But this the play we're gonna run to win the game when we get back out here. We got 2 minutes left, fellas. What we doing? We go well?
You go to 85apparelco.com.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You go to the 3-point line.
Uh-huh.
You order the shorts that say the South is everywhere.
The South is everywhere.
You pull up at that 3-point line, coach, put your card number in, put your debit number in, PayPal, whatever you ordering from. Then you shoot that 3.
It's that simple.
We got 1 quarter left, coach. 1 quarter left. Go to 85apparelco.com and order these shorts right now.
Go all the way.
So we can win the game.
Go all the way.
And you can win the game too.
You can win the game, dog.
You deserve a ring.
Right, because this church leads. What they need to do?
85apparelco.com.
Right.
Hey man, welcome back to the 85 South.
Get it.
We in here talking. I ain't even told you who we in here with today.
I don't know who started.
We don't even talk to people who not interested.
Back.
We don't talk to people who just be up here just talking.
We ain't got time for some man.
At this point, these ain't even guests no more.
True that.
Family.
This family, man.
Family.
That's why it start off organic like that.
Indeed. I don't know which camera you.
That's why
All
we
these
got all the
motherfuckers.
cameras.
They real.
Keep looking back and forth.
It was red. I can dig
I
it.
like angles on my.
Fuck you
Why
talking
you
about?
think DC said he wanted to direct the video? You ain't even seen the other cameras.
I'm telling you.
Right.
These the podcast cameras.
Dude.
They think we just look like this or something. We
They
really up in here
podcasters.
producing video. Hey, they wonder why the audio's so crispy. We got microphones. Ain't no microphones sitting right here on the stand. We got the same microphones they make movies with.
You see the FBI agent.
He said FBI.
Undercover. Yeah, we doing big shit over here at the 85 South Show.
Talk your talk.
Producing big media.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Talk your talk, OG.
FBI agent.
this shit ready to be on TV already. We just ain't got the call back yet. They think we won't stop cussing.
No cap. But they hiring everybody that cuss.
They got us fluffed up.
Motherfuckers.
We'll come up with some new cuss words on their flacking flack.
You gotta do the BET.
On the flacking flack.
The BET DMX one.
These lemon farmers.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Talk, OG.
come on, man. You know how we do it on 85 South Show.
You know
We
what's
only talking
Indeed.
to
Get
get
on
on
it.
legends.
You already know.
That's real.
Ghetto legend.
That's real.
Ghetto legends, man. Say that again, man.
Ghetto legendaries. That means that when it's all said and done, when they going through the artifacts
When they going through it.
and they picking up the bones and oh, this was a real.
They can tell.
We done discovered the whole
You can tell from the fossils.
They left all this music and they was telling us.
Indeed.
It was a message in there.
True that.
Every time you hear him rapping, they hit you with one.
Every
This
time.
said he been a real since he left his mama over. That's before she even got pregnant, because the end got to come out.
You got to come out. You know, you been paying attention in class. That's why I know. Health was his favorite subject.
Not that conception, before conception.
No cap.
Yeah, before I got here.
No cap.
Indeed.
See, you thinking you a real because you a real firm, but if you a real egg.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta be a tadpole. No cap. We were tadpoles. No cap.
Oh, man.
Come on, man.
No cap.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What we got in the building, Lo?
Step Brothers, man. We got Starlito and Don Trippin' here.
You talking about
Tag.
yeah, brother? No matter. Same mama, different daddy. Same daddy, different mama. No matter.
Putting on for the whole state of Tennessee.
No cap.
Nashville,
True that.
No cap.
Memphis, man. You can't say Memphis without saying Memphis, man.
But they crazy, cause Memphis just feel like it's just his own state. You forget it's in Tennessee. It's just like that's
Hold
it.
up. You done forgot the last time we was in Nashville, we had the white people.
Mm-hmm.
Had them folks high as hell in there.
White folks in there lit.
Yeah, I was in.
They was on some other shit though. They was on some other. We was on weak.
Yeah, I was in shooting basketball and shit.
Yeah.
They was on the white folks on some other shit. When they get pink, they get red, sitting still.
The pregnant girl.
Why your blood pressure
pregnant
pumping
girl?
right
And
now?
the pregnant girl in there. I'm talking about she pregnant.
Yeah, so
I think she had twins.
Hey, man.
Auntie with the oxygen machine, she in the blood.
Come on,
She
man.
crazy.
The cowboy black dude.
I don't even
White
think it was no oxygen in the tank. She just got
He was a cow.
Oh, we made a whole song about him.
she making another
Remember
herself.
the cowboy black dude with the white woman?
Ooh,
The one we did the song about.
yeah. What happened?
I don't know. I ain't getting no update on that. This is what happens when you get you a white woman.
It's crazy. My boy Harry caught a girl at the show with another. That's crazy.
And
Yeah,
then,
bro, bring me out, bro.
then he
said, "Bring
started
me."
sleeping with the other girl. Whole love triangle, his partner.
He couldn't wait to tell the TV his baby mama on stage. He said, "Bring me out, I got something to say." I said, "Oh."
This all the shit we having at the 85 South Show.
The whole backflip on stage.
That was in North Carolina.
Go wait, say this.
They say you evil as hell for setting that up. I don't even know if he set that up or if he knew that was gonna happen.
Hey, bro, cause nah, that my little partner from the hood, you feel me? So he was already showing the over to the side. He was like, "Hey, bro, you ain't gonna believe it." I said, "What?" He like, "Bro, girl here with another nigga, she bought the ticket for me, and woo, 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 and he drunk. Cause he keep bumping into me and walking back. You feel me?" I'm like, "So what's he like, bro? Bring me out on stage, bro. I wanna confront that."
He turned to
I'm like, you know I bring your ass out, cause you know, nigga, you my partner, but you know, ain't nobody gonna stop me if I bring you. If I'm telling you, know with you want to do it or not. He like, "Nigga, look, bring me out." I said, "Look, all right, you gotta nip that bug, cause we here from the hood." I said, "Hey, you got 30 seconds. Say what the you gonna say and get off." Man, out there said it was so lit. I thought it was bullshit. He said, "That, huh?" And then they agreed to it. He like, "Yeah, I'm with you." I said, "Oh, this shit crazy."
That's some of the wildest shit I ever seen in real life. He in there with the other girl, the in the front with his blade.
He tell him, I been hit baby wrong. Woo woo woo. I said,
Damn.
Just get back.
get back. That's fine. That's fine.
You know, they regular ghetto.
Right.
They regular ghetto.
Fun, we ain't finna fight about it. Everybody want to say what they want to say, and it is what it is. Everybody winning at the end of the day.
Hold up. Y'all said earlier, y'all did 43 cities on the last.
That's a lot of goddamn
How many
shit.
y'all gonna do on this?
We still building it out.
Yeah, we got Dallas at it today. And we ended the last tour in Atlanta, so hope to come back here. And wherever they open the doors for us.
True that.
Like, we went to spots we didn't even know existed last run. We went to Bozeman, Montana.
Montana.
Dakota, and places where,
How you say it? Des Moines?
Des Moines, Iowa.
That's where Bangladesh from.
The producer Bangladesh?
Yeah.
I thought Bangladesh was in Bangladesh.
Bangladesh, that's what I was.
That was like,
Nah, I knew that nigga from Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Shout out to Bangladesh. He was on here a couple weeks ago. He from there.
From Des Moines.
Okay,
Yeah.
pop your shit in
That's
Bangladesh.
the only.
Yeah, we trying to go wherever, man. You know.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this. There's a lot of music right now, like especially country music. They add rappers to the country music. I know y'all said y'all ain't had no features. But are y'all open to do features?
Definitely.
What you mean?
Even in
to
different
do features
genres.
with them? Or?
I'm just saying in different genres of music.
Yeah, hell yeah. I've been doing some writing with in the country music line. You know, I'm in Nashville where
Might as well.
country music money is.
Right.
I done made my way down the music road trying to get in. Like,
Yeah.
Cause I feel like my pen, you know, like you said, it's an artifact. It'll outlive me. So whatever space I can get in with that talent and skill set, writing is writing.
Right.
It's poetry, if it's a beat behind it, a guitar, acoustic.
No, I'm saying Taylor Swift gonna see this shit and she gonna hit y'all up.
Hey,
That
I'm
shit
answering
be
the
fire.
phone.
That shit gonna be fire.
the DMs are open.
But who inspired y'all though? Like,
Yeah, like I was going to ask, what
who
rappers
the
do
hell
y'all
made
listen
y'all
to?
go into the lane y'all went to?
Inspired right now or inspired to start?
I mean, like, cause to be this talented, you have to relax and listen to artists you like.
That's what I mean, but it's different now than it was then.
Okay, well,
Start with now.
Right now, I can't much listen to rap music.
That's understandable.
I don't believe nothing they be saying. But what happened, you know, I don't know, I think I've been, I don't know, I heard so much bullshit that it's hard to give anything a try. Cause for me, it gotta be both ways. What you just said gotta match you when ain't no beat. When I bump into you, and I ain't on no super macho man shit. So I ain't saying you gotta be the fucking gangster of the world or no shit. But how you conduct yourself gotta match. And in most cases, it don't. Like you'll see, the nigga that say he stand up nigga, yada yada yada, and then he on fucking Twitter arguing with another nigga about a bitch. They ain't part of what this is. That says a lot about you.
No, because when you said that, I thought about it's a lot of motherfuckers that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that shit got. I don't give no shits. That shit got to
He
match.
love her.
What I got to do with it?
He got a lot.
I'm on Twitter. What you telling me for?
Right. You telling the whole world.
Right.
Now you be with a whole nother nigga you don't even know. That nigga in the 7th grade.
Right. And now I know.
Right.
Why?
That's how petty a Twitter argument is.
But that's what I'm saying.
It can start with two motherfuckers
Well, you
that's
can't-
really arguing, but then there's gonna be some niggas under the comments
Yeah,
just gassing the argument.
they gonna make it work.
I fucked it too. Now it's
Niggas just saying
it's
stupid
121 niggas. I took it to the Marriott. Hey, picture me and her. They done went on your Facebook and cropped you out the picture and put them in the picture. You can't beef with all these niggas, but technology gonna whoop your ass.
But the second you put your business there, that's what you did. You opened the door for that. But I'm saying, if you supposed to be super street man, and them be the same niggas talking about, I don't do the internet beefing, and then they got 96 posts, but you on internet beef.
You on podcast.
That kind of shit, all that kind of shit, even though it's small shit, that shit show me where you really stand with it.
Right.
So
sometimes I think just for safety, rappers gotta throw some extravagant shit in there. You see how they've been using.
But see, I don't be tripping about that.
Look, just for safety, right? You see how they've been using all the lyrics against rappers, right? I think just to throw that shit out, you gotta start throwing like 3-4 bars of just some extravagant ass shit. Be like, see, you can't use this because in the next line I said I bought a dinosaur. This shit not real. This shit not real.
June 21st, Richmond. If you miss June 20th at Virginia Beach, get what? June 21st, get what?
Come on.
We in Richmond.
Richmond. But if you caught the 20th, you should come
Bring
to the
your
21st.
ass to Richmond too. Ain't nobody hopping the skill.
Right in time for Juneteenth. This right after Juneteenth.
Right after Juneteenth?
We fresh off the Juneteenth. So if you don't support this, you
hate black people.
I didn't want to say it, but you said it. You're right.
And your daddy a stud. I went too deep.
You your daddy's son.
Yeah, you your daddy's son.
Your daddy's daughter.
Man, push up, man. We're gonna have fun. Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia. All right.
We're gonna see, man. We're gonna have Richmond, the capital of Virginia.
VA.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I think.
You know all the capitals?
Nigga,
Do all the capitals. We go.
Turn that off.
Yes, sir. The NBA Finals are here. And look, I already know some of y'all are trying to act like y'all the experts, knowing what y'all talking about. Yeah. Oh, he gonna drop 30 tonight. Okay, then. All right, look. You take your picks and put them where your mouth is. Look, go to Prize Picks. All you got to do is pick 2 to 6 players to hit more or less on their stats, and boom, you right there in the mix. Look, ain't no fantasy leagues, no complicated rosters. It's all you, bruh, versus the numbers. You rooting for the Pacers or the Thunder? Look, tap in, run your lineup, and if it's your first time, you use the promo code 85South, you play $5, they're going to drop $50 in your account. Hey, I'm telling you. Look, that's the real assist right there. So look, when the finals heat up, don't just talk about it. Make it count. Go to prizepicks.com, use promo code 85South, and run your game. That's easy. So easy, you can do it. You see how you need a mulligan in that bitch just to kind of like throw them off? I'm also the same nigga that said I had more rice than China. Come on. You can't use this. Come on, man. I just be saying shit.
But that's what I'm saying.
It can get you out there before you can get in. You see what I'm saying?
I ain't tripping on that. I'm talking about the shit you talking about that's supposed to be real. That's supposed to, it's supposed to be who you are.
Truth, though. They be
That's what's getting everybody fucked up being too real.
I saw you, nigga. You was at the mall with your mom. I'm like, nigga, you was there.
I think it goes with, like he said, he really do listen to like R&B and shit only in his own time, but like the times changing, all this age information, transparency shit, like it's very easy to see if somebody is the real thing or if what you see is what you get or the opposite. So
Can't face that shit now.
I'm probably ain't as far extreme as Craig as far as like not inspired by anything, but I guess I'm always looking for like a breath of fresh air or something different.
Something different.
Yeah, and I ain't caught one yet.
You ain't caught no bread. You like that shit stank.
Nah, it's
I'm like, man, it's the same old bullshit. I can't get jiggy with it. Yeah. I don't want to hear you talk about I ain't no party person. And that be the gist of what niggas got. He gonna tell you he got high, he fucked some hoes and got some money. What you do in between that? I don't care nothing about none of that.
Right.
It's the other shit that be missing. Where the real life shit?
Right.
I don't be hearing that.
You always been that type of artist though.
And then you hear the nigga that killed 700 people, and that's all he doing. He killing them, spinning and roll some weed and spend some more. I don't want to hear that either. Niggas, that ain't what you do all day. Mm-hmm. And then you got the niggas that been married for the last 30 fucking years, and every song he talking about the hoes, but you got a wife.
That's what that nigga missed.
Fuck what you miss. That ain't what you miss.
The freaking bitches, man.
Right, but you missing so much that you never mentioned your wife. But even then, I'm like, I look at that like you ain't really staying true to what you saying you staying true to. Because even if that's what you miss, you got nothing about you. Nowhere, period. No one knows in your music that you married. Say you married, or say, nigga, you married and you fucking miserable. Say it like it is, nigga. I just don't fake for me. If you gonna fake for me, I'd rather it be on TV where I know that this is fiction.
Right.
Don't give me something that's supposed to be your true art and it's really somebody else.
Real fan.
But see,
I don't know no other way to be.
Some people can only rap about shit that they made up.
And them niggas I don't want to hear.
Shit.
Right.
Them niggas I don't want to hear. Go be
like, how y'all so knowledgeable of that shit?
I don't think nothing wrong with that.
I think that's how some people, that was their introduction to rap was, like you said, the extravagant fantasy over the top shit. The most recent artists that that I was like inspired by, moved by, was probably Lil Russell.
Okay.
And it's like the new age rap hustling. You know what I'm saying? I'm 20 plus years in and watched this shit change drastically 4 or 5 times over the course of my career. Right. So to see somebody that I probably hadn't heard of like maybe 2 years ago, like kind of like killing it on their own terms and rewriting the rule book, so to say, like nigga be in Crocs and shit, just walk around smiling.
He didn't got a
It's like almost polar opposite. Yeah, I mean, to turn that into an endorsement and shit.
And he do it organically. He be himself.
You know
But that's what I'm saying. That's all I can appreciate.
You know who will be fight with y'all? Cause I like sitting back, like I like being A&R putting shit together. I love music, but I just like seeing other niggas go hard. You know who been fight with y'all in storytelling? He fight too. He from Americus, Georgia. Nigga named Looney.
Americus, Georgia.
Americus, Georgia.
Oh, that's a city named
That's a
Americus.
city in Georgia. It's like a small city. Americus, Georgia. Nigga named Looney.
I ain't never heard of him. You had confused me. I thought you just, I'm like, nigga.
I thought I was saying like America.
Yeah, I'm like, Georgia is America's Georgia. What the fuck?
It's a Georgia, man.
It's a
like
city
Africa
called America.
or something too. Or something.
Okay, so I had to look that up. Looney.
Yeah, Looney.
Looney.
Looney. Looni. Yeah.
But
He be with Drummer Boy.
Okay. Drummer produced one on the album.
Drummer 5.
Yeah, definitely.
Salute the drum.
Salute Drum.
Indeed, that's my guy.
Yeah, he pop up over here every so often.
But I think it was easy to be inspired before we was doing this too, because it was like something to.
We was talking about that earlier.
To aspire, like something, you know, before we was. I know for myself, I wanted like a rapper was like one of the coolest things to be. One time, like growing up, coming of age. When you in it, your perspective is different. Like you said, you looking like, man, these niggas lame as hell. Versus, coming up like, damn, I want some money. I want the girls. I want the whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you in it for. And also, that was like on some same thing. Like we wanted to be regarded as dope. At a point, rap used to be like a skill set. You actually had to be talking about something. It's changed, and now it's like, niggas just gotta believe you'll go kill 20 people. Or you just, you know what I'm saying? Street cred or whatever, your look or whatever kind of come before the music, before the rap. So it is, that's why I said I'm inspired by like people I see like changing the game as far as how to hustle this shit. Because for sure it's more bread in it than it ever was, but the means to it get a little tricky because you gotta just figure it out.
It's oversaturated. You just gotta find your audience.
Too.
Once you get your audience, you good. But music, you gotta keep feeding them though.
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta keep giving them something. Drop some and then wait. And drop some and then wait. They gone.
Can't wait for shit.
I'm inspired by the older artists older than us that can stay relevant. Like kind of catch the waves. Like Nas put out a bunch of albums in the past few years, and it's current. It ain't like Nas trying to repackage 1990s Nas.
Right.
He got with Hit Boy and made itself, current. Even Scarface and Juven with the Tiny Desk just reminded me, like, this what the fuck we do. Like, it's still better than all this shit that you're listening to right now.
Tiny Desk was crazy.
That's like inspiring for, because we closer to them than we are like the newer wave of rappers, and what we do is more like what they do. So,
but I think even when y'all remind us of stuff like that, it shit like, oh, hey, artists, the one that's coming up that's gonna have to be sounding like something. Make sure you sound like something.
Yeah.
Cause you wanna be this age and still able to pop out and show y'all niggas like,
that's real.
Yeah.
Let me show you what this shit really, cause ain't nobody gonna hear that shit when you 40, nigga. No.
Right.
That shit you made at 16?
I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna wanna hear that
all
shit.
Motherfuckers who 40, I'm requesting some 40 and up rap.
No, what he's saying, you don't want
No, what I'm saying, like when you 40, I'm not gonna wanna hear the shit that we was wanting to hear when you was 16.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
shit.
some 40-year-old shit.
Yeah, your shit played out.
Yeah, but I've been telling all the rappers who come on here, man, 40-year-old niggas, we need some shit too.
We made the 40-year-old niggas.
We need a whole mix.
Y'all don't talk about
just shit that young niggas can't relate to. Just only niggas who 40 gonna be able to relate to.
I'm 40.
Don't make nothing for them young niggas.
Keep
the same beat. We need that shit about 88 BPM. Don't do too much. Just enough to two-step and clean up the house too. Something to watch the car.
What they gonna say on some shit like that?
That was before you.
Them kids to school. Cause me and your mama need some time to ourselves. Me and your mama.
That nigga wants an Al Green. That nigga wants an Al Green. That's what he wants. Me and your mama. They going nasty in the
That's all
kitchen.
we want. We want some.
Because they took the kids to school.
To the kids to school, you know they ain't coming home 3 o'clock. Me and your mama.
We got 4 hours.
We get nasty in this bitch. Hey, we ain't gonna clean up. We gonna make them clean up. Clean that stuff up there in that kitchen. Don't touch it.
He said clean it, but don't touch it.
Not with your hand. Touch it with a napkin.
Oh, man, we don't got none of that kind of music. That's a little different.
Oh, damn. This nigga here crazy here. Who is making that type of music, though? There's some people out there making that type, especially like on Spotify.
I think that's the greatest thing about it being oversaturated, though.
Yeah.
Because it's enough space for everybody to be themselves, even although it's not what happens in most cases. But it's enough of it for people to like for you to receive what you like.
Yeah.
So, even with that, I think, it's pros and cons. It's oversaturated, so it's harder to find.
I think people lost the concept of you can like more than one thing. Remember back in the day when we used to watch videos, they'll play motherfucking Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted.
And then Blink 182 right after.
Arrested Development right after that. Play Mr. Window right after the hard rap song. Then play some Q-Tip and some, I think we losing our genres, man. Everything don't have to be.
I think with that
same.
too, people lost the concept that it's okay to like something that you like. It don't gotta, it don't have to be the most popular thing. It don't gotta be what he like.
Right.
I don't gotta not like it because he don't like it. And vice versa. I don't gotta like it because he like it. I think that's part of it too. Like, people kind of get too tangled in public perception.
Like you said, it's the ego, man. Now it's the time where you can just freely be. Nigga, I listen to reggae, classical music.
Right. All that shit's there.
Sometimes I don't want to listen to his shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear. Everybody need to have that shit together already today. Like today, I don't ask for nothing. You need to already know what you want to do. Quiet.
Yeah. I got a whole bunch of different playlists. I got one playlist, ain't nothing but puss ass R&B on there. That's the name of the playlist, puss ass R&B.
What they say?
Man, I got a whole playlist of shit make you feel like we just broke up. I'm talking about that sad shit. Carl Thomas, Summer Rain.
Oh,
puss ass songs that you think of.
He's got the puss ass R&B.
These puss ass R&B songs. Ain't nothing but begging and crying on these motherfuckers. The saddest songs you could think of. Brad McKnight, do I ever cross your mind?
Anytime.
All that shit is on there. It's a whole R&B. The women love that shit.
That's on my playlist.
I got all that shit.
Yeah.
Then I got a white people song playlist where I have just made a hit list of all my favorite white people songs.
I can't say that. I do.
I got
it's only a few though. I ain't got a lot. I don't know a lot.
Come on, man.
What's some of the white people songs on there?
Oh man, I got the Doobie Brothers on there.
I don't know none of them.
I got
what's the song?
KC and the Sun. It's multiple.
No, I listen to none
I
of
got
them.
KC and the Sunshine Band because sometimes when I be riding by myself, sometimes I just want to hear that white boy play that funky music, man. Because if you listen to the song, it's like the white boy figured out that he knew how to play the funky shit. Like he's seen other white people try, but then he snuck off by himself and then like practiced it. Like, nigga, you hear this shit?
And they had to be around some niggas to even.
That's what the whole song is really about. It's about like how he didn't know that he could play that funky music. And the crazy part is the niggas behind him like, play that funky music. They hyped him up.
They call him white boy.
Yeah, that's what I said. Had to be around some niggas.
He white boy. White boy, they call themselves white boy.
Because he didn't even listen to what they saying. It sounds like some shit an old black man will tell you.
Hey man, y'all already know who having the hottest shit, man. The hottest gear, the hottest apparel, man. It's 85 South, bro. It's too many flavors, bro. I went in the vault. Y'all know what's going on, man. We got Drop Dead Fred Red, man. Legend in my city, man. Come on, man. Y'all know who having this shit, man. 85 don't nobody do it like us, man. We too wrong with the clothing, man. Y'all niggas in there, man. Y'all know them folk don't get down like that, man. Come on, man. Go crazy, man. Y'all know them folk don't get down. You get that wrong. 1-800 wretches, like that boy Fly say, man. Come on, man. Then we got to fit. Come on, man. There ain't nobody else doing it like that, bro. Fred Pear goddamn feline, no F01. You go F01, you go crazy. You go F01 swag in. You go crazy, go crab bandicoot crazy. You understand me? Got the motherfucker, man. We out, man. 85apparelco.com, bro. Tap in. Ain't nobody doing it like us, bro. Keep it real. Like let's stop playing. Don't nobody do it like us. Tap in.
With them, they can't go enjoy life like that. Like I was kicking with AD one day. We linked up and I was kicking him. We was at his house. I was like, man, I just feel bad for y'all boys. Man, y'all can't even go to the grocery store. I said, I go to the local bar. Ain't nobody might not recognize me. And if they
Cause y'all having y'all helmets on and stuff like that, they don't know how y'all look out under the helmet.
They know the quarterback. They know the quarterback. They gonna know the quarterback.
I ain't gonna lie to you. They see your big ass in the bar. They be like, that nigga.
He do something.
He do something.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, technically nowadays you never know. He nigga be 6'8", not doing shit.
But and be in the gaming.
Man, I seen a nigga
6'8" streamer.
Nigga, a real streamer.
I was at, me and my homeboys we went on a golf trip. We was in Dallas, man. Nigga carrying my bag 6'8". I said, boy, you in the wrong profession. Ain't no way you wasted all that goddamn height. You out here carrying bags.
That nigga got a summer job.
Man, that's fucked up.
What you want the nigga to do, Uber? Nah, that nigga all in the back seat and shit.
Man, you 6'8", you can't never get up on that dream. Man, what else you gonna do, nigga?
Yeah. Not to get in his business. So, like, what he just get in the bag?
Get in the bag, take him to the room, put him on a little cart.
Bellhop.
Bellhop, yeah, one of those dudes.
Oh, hell no,
They
boy.
say bellhop is insane.
undercover.
Get your motherfucking ass right, man.
There's a bunch of jobs you shouldn't be doing this.
He undercover, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to
No way.
He's selling dope
way.
at that
I'm
hotel.
Just because you
No way.
6'8" don't mean you
No
gonna make
way.
it to no league, but damn
Shit,
sure.
they'll give you a shot.
Yeah, like,
They'll give you a motherfucking
you got the
shot.
best chance. You got the best chance.
You got the best chance.
Your percentage is going somewhere.
You scaring the white ladies that's coming to this place, bro. They don't want no big 6'8" nigga like grab
Man,
they purse and
Hey, he
shit.
fucking everything that moved through that motherfucking hotel. 6'8", and you can't play basketball? Oh, you can fuck.
That's probably why he ain't make it to the league.
Do something.
You better be able to do
The
something.
hoes done kept him from making it to the league.
You better be a 6'8" porno star or something. God damn.
Don't know him.
He the Joker and the smoker and the midnight toker. Hotel California, bro. The Eagles and the Red Hot Chili Peppers version.
I went to the Eagles concert.
Come on, man.
For real? I don't know none of them either.
I've only ever been to one concert in my life.
Come on, man.
Been who?
I fuck with the
Just
Eagles.
one.
I got the Beatles on there.
Janae Aiko concert.
Fuck with Pink
Janae
Floyd.
Aiko.
I ain't never been in a
Pink
concert.
Floyd, The Wall.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
You to hit my section.
I got George Michael, the Careless Whisperer on there.
Yeah.
Damn.
George Michael.
That's when the cocaine was pure. Cause that nigga, do you listen to what he's saying? You can tell the cocaine hitting him. Tonight the music seems so loud. It's the same voice.
Seems so loud.
It just seems loud.
It's the same volume it's been at the whole.
Come on, man.
Couple nights.
And that coke started hitting him. That nigga told me, partner, I wish that we could lose this crowd.
Don't want nobody to be
Come on, man. That nigga got tired of singing and told the nigga on the saxophone, man, play the next verse. The nigga on the saxophone played the whole third verse.
Saxophone solo. Yeah, I ain't think about that. They was tweaking in the studio, man. You got
I used to stay out of white people business, but I had to put plain white tees, Hey There Delilah on there. Because if you listen to that shit,
yeah,
they was really going through it, bro.
What they have? What they say?
Bruh, for some reason, Delilah just up and moved to New York City. No explanation or nothing.
Right.
This nigga still fuck with her.
Right.
He been calling her phone, writing her little letters and shit. He just had to fuck around and write a song.
Right. And that was it?
That nigga was just wondering, hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City?
He just thinking about the whole
We don't even know where the fuck he is, but wherever he is, that shit's 1,000 miles away.
Right. See the black man that left his stupid ass. Damn.
This nigga in California.
hour.
Yeah, it's a lot of this shit.
Still ain't touched the genre.
What genre? What's the genre?
I want it.
don't fuck with them.
Tell me why it ain't nothing. I'm like, man, these niggas good.
I don't fuck with that.
I can't let niggas know I like this shit. Tell me why.
Yes, you can.
I never. How do I fucking know I words? I want it that way. Damn, boy's good.
If you ever worked in retail, you know a whole bunch of white people songs that you don't supposed to know.
You like, what a boy good hell, boy. That shit was wrote perfectly for white people.
I thought Randy Jackson wrote that song.
Perfectly for white people.
Somebody black wrote that song. That had something to do with the Backstreet Boys.
That nigga was like, why? I was like, why, man? Why?
See, some music be too good, you be involved with the story.
Oh, man.
That boy good, man.
You gotta have multiple playlists, man.
I guess I was white pop. He country white. I was white pop.
You like pop music?
I like the pop color because I was the Michael Jackson era. So I guess anybody that was in the pop, I know about some pop.
Pop music.
But
he said, why do I know all the words?
Why do I know all the words to this shit? This shit good, man. This shit real good. What?
Oh, man, I don't know, man. My white people music might not be as extensive as yours. Your shit.
I'm from Mississippi.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of white people music.
Yeah.
Everywhere we went, we heard some white people shit.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is...
And the fucked up part is, man, it's some old racist motherfuckers that got some dope ass music too. But it's still fuck them.
Right. But the music cool.
Ooh.
A lot of like the early rock shit, that was just like a lot of songs that they just took from black people and made them into rock songs anyway.
The whole Elvis expressions existed.
What about the kids, nigga? Them crazy motherfuckers.
They had the whole.
I know them kids.
They had the whole.
And boys,
and like nigga, they doing this all that.
Whole shoes too.
What the fuck?
Them boys with some
You don't know. Kids
some
had
boots,
all
the high heel boots.
Kids had the hoes. They probably the motherfuckers who invented having the hoes.
No, not these niggas, bro.
Shit.
They was just like them. Man, that's how they got them. Shopping in the same section.
They had the hoes, bro.
Yeah.
See through the nipples out, getting all the hoes. We just like the nigga with the
full makeup. They getting the hoes with full makeup on.
Niggas is doing it now.
That's crazy.
Didn't even take the makeup off for the hoes.
Fucking the hoes.
They took it out towards the end of that
I'm
shit.
saying, while they was active on the road getting the hoes,
they
stayed in full character. Because the hoes don't need to know my real face.
Right.
Because if the hoes see me out with my family.
Right.
It's a disguise.
Right. You don't need to know.
You don't even know. We don't know who she fuck.
You just see me on the drums, man.
Fuck the nigga on the drum.
Oh, he had the most hoes.
Oh, man.
He had the most hoes. You don't know how groupies break down, bro.
Yeah.
It's the group structure and everything. Like if you're on the football team, you're the quarterback, you're gonna have top-notch hoes.
Right. You supposed to. I saw a quarterback. His hoe went all.
They don't make you start as quarterback unless you got top-notch hoes.
He said, they don't make you
just so
first
happen
string
everybody got hurt this time.
He said, you can't be first string unless you got top notch. Oh,
yeah.
It's the requirement.
You third. You gotta have a bad
Oh, that nigga can throw. But how your hoes?
Sit him down. Get in the game. Get you another bitch, man.
Right. Get another bitch and get on the bitch.
Get another bitch and get on the bitch. That's a bar.
You don't see how they treat you? All right, man. You can't be, hey, all right.
The top athlete.
I ain't gonna say it because I don't want the backlash, but it's the correlation to all of this. They gonna think we just talking about the hoes, but me and who watching the show know exactly what we talking about.
Right.
Not the hoes.
Right.
It's not like real prostitutes. Like when they hear us say hoes, they think we mean
like prostitutes.
Like disposable.
Right.
Like,
y'all be buying bitches.
no, we don't.
Come on, man.
I have yet to meet those guys who do that.
I'm dead. That shit in Dominican Republic.
Them probably those.
Yeah, you gotta put that shit in Dominican Republic, bro.
No, that's in America.
All right.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere, but I'm just letting them folks know it's in Dominican Republic.
There's a lot of people out here in financial relationships.
Bro, women? I ain't even gonna say that.
No, it ain't just them. Because we can only speak on our side. So you got to address the men who allow this in.
Yeah, it's a nigga getting paid to be in a relationship right now.
No, he is paying to keep the relationship going 90% of the time. There's a few gigolos out here thriving.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Ordinarily, I would be opposed to the nigga having to pay for it. But I think that's a whole lot better than kidnapping women and, going serial killers, all the, doing all the extra shit.
Them people.
I'd rather you just buy it.
That's a mental illness. Yeah.
They don't count.
But that's what I'm saying. I would rather you just buy it than,
Some people have
with that.
I already said it, that they should legalize prostitution, at least medical.
Medical
bitch pussy gotta be qualified for medicinal use.
Yeah.
You got some ibuprofen and melatonin in your coochie.
Talk about going to the dispensary.
Yes. Yes, can I get some of that in the car? In the car. No, in the car.
Dude, it come with the ticket with the whole sponge out the your 11.
You can smell it too. You like, no, I don't want that one.
No, I got a pussy card.
They only got the whole sponge in it.
Oh, I got my pussy card.
That is sit down.
Look, this ain't right here. I'm entitled to 15 pussies a month.
I'm just gonna say, you gotta have a limit. Nigga be in there overused.
Long as I don't got an ounce of pussy on.
It's a misdemeanor.
Nigga sell a counterfeit pussy card.
Man, they gonna be up early to get there. I'm pulling up to get my spot at 3:30 a.m.
What?
In the car with the heat on.
I'm on the pre-order list. I'm on the Black Friday list.
I already got my ticket, so
What?
fuck what you talking about.
Nigga said pre-order.
My ticket say 001. I'm first.
I'm 002. Bullshit.
What kind of condition you gotta have? What you gotta go to the doctor to say?
You gotta be an addict. That's the only way. You gotta go there and be like,
You know what nigga gonna go in there and figure out? He gonna come back and tell you, look, get in there, start crying. If you cry when you go in there, they'll give you one off.
and tell them you homeless. Tell them you homeless. You ain't got nowhere to stay.
Before you start talking, start crying. Before you can't sleep, working long hours.
Everybody in that jet crying. You walk past everybody, they just like, oh no, what I'm gonna do? You look to the left, I just been going through. Everybody crying and whining.
Right. The whole waiting room.
There's so me one nigga in there with a tuxedo with a ring on, acting like he crazy. Excuse me, my wife in there.
Oh, he looking for me. Yeah. I'm looking for him.
You know, they say he get 35 a month.
35. He get 35.
You coming back next week with a suit on?
Boy, you stupid, boy.
Hell no.
Hell, boy. That would stop a whole lot of shit, though.
It'd be a whole lot less violent.
Yeah, that shit'd stop a whole lot. They got them over there in Asia. They got like this little alleyway. It ain't even an alleyway. It like
You went down there, didn't you?
Nah, you got niggas that be having them little middle classes. And them niggas that be telling, bro, they don't even give a fuck. They just be going there, they be like, let me go like in a little massage place. So they be like, hey, hi. Yeah, he be like, hey, how you doing? Look, I want a little massage. He be like, massage? He be like, yeah, but I want some dick.
Are you translating this?
Listen, she be in there talking like, huh? He said, I want some dick. And she be like, oh, you want a lip? And she like, yeah. She like, $70 more. He like, yeah. But then he'll cut it off. I be like, God damn.
They might have been actors.
This nigga got 100 videos of this shit, bro. He keep doing it.
That nigga said, but he cut it off.
You want this nigga know about that? This nigga crazy, bro. He just go in spots.
Oh man.
Man, that shit be funny as hell, bro.
It do be funny because they bust those massage parlors like every week.
Yes.
And then they show when they show the prostitutes that they busted in your city, it'll make you so disappointed in your city.
Louisville, look, I am coming back. I will be at the Louisville Comedy Club on June 15th. Them tickets are already on sale. Go ahead and get them.
Yes, I'm doing my 600-pound life. Do not go in my comments and ask me. So just go ahead and get them tickets. They on sale now. You already know how the show gonna go. Louisville Comedy Club.
You need a goddamn motherfucking raincoat in your collection. A decent one. Not no poncho. Not the Six Flags poncho that you get because it's raining out. It's certain shit. That's how you can tell if you fucking with a woman. If you fucking with a woman, she gonna have a coat in her closet. Yeah. Hoes ain't got coats. Jackets, at best. She might not have no jacket. If she have a jacket, it's usually not her jacket. Somebody else's jacket. They gave the hoe a jacket. Because they thought the hoe looked cold. The hoe ain't never said she was cold. Motherfucker said, I know you gotta be cold, here go a jacket. And put a jacket on her. Your bitch ain't got no coat. Watch her. I'm just saying. Get her a coat, see how she react. I don't want no motherfucking coat. She not ready to settle down, brother. Cause these ain't alleged prostitutes. These are the ones who really out there putting in work.
Right.
And then you see what your city is doing. It makes you want to move. And then it makes you question, who the fuck was buying pussy from them?
And they were running it up too.
Whoever those guys are.
Oh, man.
Let us know when y'all catch them.
Put them niggas away.
Them niggas need to be outcast.
Well, you so sweet.
You should at least post their pictures so we should shame them.
Right.
Don't tell us.
These are all the niggas that bought the pussy.
This the prostitute, and this one tried to buy. Oh, wait till he come to work tomorrow. I'm on your ass, Craig.
Oh, man.
All right, so us as a rap group,
right?
Y'all asked about inspiration. I was thinking about it. Like, we had the UGK, the Outkast, A-Bomb, MJG, et cetera, et cetera. Probably 10, 15, like 2-man group. They kind of, I guess, somewhat paved the way, or gave us some example to work from.
Right.
Y'all as a collective, who was y'all inspired by as far as like a group? Cause I ain't seen no shit like this. It was like, I mean, you had the Kings of Comedy like tour together, but y'all actually like, you know, perform together.
I think our chemistry came from Wildin' Out. Okay. Like, it built from Wildin' Out because we realized, and don't get me wrong, everybody at Wildin' Out is a family, but it's just like, certain ones you click with on certain different shit. Like, I may click with others on some other shit. I may click with them on some other shit. But I end up clicking with him on some comedy shit. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And then it was more so like, my first go round, first night, I'm flying with this nigga to go to Wildin' Out. We get stuck. This was stamped our relationship because it's like, all right, we in a blizzard. We by ourselves, nigga. We really, it's me and you, nigga. Like, I know you and you don't know me, but we finna find out who the fuck we really is tonight. We stuck. And nigga, I can't leave you and you can't leave me, nigga. He like, nigga, fuck that. Nigga, we probably be the only two niggas in the airport. So we figured out who we was then. Yeah. And when we went to Wild Life, he was like, I can fuck with Lil Homie. And then he saw an interview of me saying that how I fuck with him as an OG comedian. He was just already like, oh, no, I gotta fuck with him because he finna step into a lane and he gonna need a little guidance. You dig what I'm saying? So when we built that chemistry, from Wildin' Out, we was already tight. When he asked me to do this, I was just trusting him as a friend and trusting him with his vision. We really still don't have nothing that we go from with like who we look at to do this shit, cause it's still fun to us. You see what I'm saying? It was just an energy of chemistry knowing that like, all right, we comedians over here at this job, how can we make this shit fun to us? And we got a space to just be like, remember all the shit they said we couldn't do over there?
Yeah.
Let's do this shit right here. You feel what I'm saying? So
that's crazy. That's similar to like y'all was asking like how it happened origin wise. It was other rappers around. Like I said, it was literally a rapper that brought us together. Right. You know, and it was on some business shit, but it was even the first studio session, it was other rappers that he came to my spot, other rappers that came there that day. Right. And he tell the story better than me, but I lined him up with one of my people that spent some money with him. They also spent some money with the other rapper that was there. But what he took from it was, you know what I'm saying, he had a different appreciation for even just the gesture. But on the other side of it, it was like I said, I had been in it a little bit longer. He was at a turning point, and I felt like he had more, like, greater potential than even I signed at like 19. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was just happy to be signing with Cash Money Universal Motown. It was some dream come true type shit. But now I'm 5-6 years later, like, I see the game, the business for what it is. And like, even though I didn't know him like that, I wanted to see him do more with it than I was able to do. And that was one part of it. And like you said, just kind of setting the rap shit to the side to just level with somebody. Like, I fuck with bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with how he move. He himself, he like came in and like, man, I ain't been wearing jewelry. I ain't finna start wearing jewelry now. Right. Like, just small shit like that. I'm like, damn, he know who he is, kind of thing. So it made it easier for me to share what I did have. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't resources as much as like knowledge and shit. And the same way, like you said, it was people telling us, don't do the shit that we was finna try to do. Right. But for us, it was like, shit, fuck it, we'll do it anyway. And then to be able to look back, like, remember when they didn't want us to do the shit? And
exactly.
Right. And so
what the fuck gonna happen? Like, what they gonna do?
He's getting in trouble for a lot of shit.
Yeah. What they gonna do?
He got in trouble for a lot of shit.
What are they going to do? That's still gonna be the whole title of my motivational speech. What are they gonna do?
That nigga might hit the corner. That nigga might hit the corner and be like, man, you ain't gonna believe this. I'm like, what? Man, fuck that. I'm gonna say this shit anyway. I'm like, I just leave.
But yeah, that's dope though, cause I ain't feel like I had like a blueprint to follow or no direct. Right. I'm sure y'all had inspiration, you know, just personally or people y'all watch.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Comedy wise, but when it come to like what we doing, like on the stage, we looking at each other.
You know what?
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's my
inspiration for this. The blueprint would be the Jamie Foxx, that Foxhole, that Foxhole radio shit he used to do on the XM joint. And then I used to just ride around like just listening to that shit and then be like, it was so ahead of his time that they just comedians having the Jamie Foxx Foxhole where he would just have comedians on just talking shit. Just roasting, talking shit, just about anything. And it was just so ahead of his time. And I was like, when they stopped doing that, this was just a little bit before they actually made the transition to the podcast. And it wasn't no black comedy podcast nowhere.
Right.
So that's the shit that, like, as far as the media side of it, that's the inspiration for me. Cause I got to see something that I thought was ahead of its time. And then to see that this is where the genre is going to the digital side made me be like, shit.
Gotta get on it.
Who the fuck? Cause it's like, I know, like you said, you know a lot of rappers, but it ain't everybody you can have chemistry with. And these the niggas that I have organic conversations with. Yeah. Whether we performing or not, we still might end up in front of the hotel talking for 3 hours and go catch the flight.
Yeah.
Just because we talking the kind of shit that we like to talk.
Right. We talk how we want to talk and how we talk.
Yeah.
And ain't no cut on it.
Yeah, that's the same, because I sat in 1,000 sessions, but you don't just gel with everybody. You don't rock with everybody the same. Like, I mean, I come to do the work and do my job. That's a given, but for this project, it was sessions where we probably got to the studio and chopped it up like this for hours and kind of like, oh, damn, we're in the studio, cut a beat on, kind of thing. But them conversations lead to the song. You know what I'm saying? It's like the vibe, the bond kind of set the tone for the music itself versus the opposite. Like we was talking about, there's niggas in groups that don't even like each other.
But they hate each other, bro. I'm talking about can't stand it.
Right.
They one check away from fuck this shit.
Right.
I don't like that motherfucker.
Right.
It be small shit.
Hey, get your man.
That's my
right.
Like,
there's always one nigga in the middle that's cool with one cool with both of them, but they ain't cool with each
but
other.
they need to check. They
Yeah, I
He
don't,
like, listen,
I don't
man,
know
I'm
if this
trying to
works if it
provide
was
for
one
my
more of
family,
us.
man.
If it was one more of us, I don't think it'll work.
No.
That's crazy.
No, it probably
All right, let
it'd
me
probably be
see.
super volatile.
I gotta ask for the fans, man. Since y'all ain't had no features, who do y'all think is gonna be the first actual feature in the Step Brothers series?
We talked about this the other day. I'm gonna throw it out there just because I think it'll be cool. We talked about, I think we mentioned about Ball and G. And
Yeah.
A-Ball MJG would be like that would make sense. Just.
I think that's
shoot
one
for the
we
moon.
could make happen though.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
definitely could.
But like,
strategy.
it'll have to be another group. You know what I'm saying? Something that can kind of match the match.
Look, you know what? I ain't say it because I don't like. I said this a few days ago.
Be careful what you say on the Magic Couch.
Mm-hmm.
You say some shit on the Magic Couch, it'll fuck around and happen.
Well, I ain't said it. I ain't said amongst us because I don't believe you can speak things into existence, but I do believe you can speak it out of existence. Either way, I had reached out to Jadakiss people. I was trying to see if it was possible for us to get a Jada and Styles feature for the tape. You know, we made it further along than.
Don't leave Sheik out.
Well, that's the thing. It would be for the tandem. The way that's part of where we come from as far as a duo. The way Jada and Styles share verses.
Okay.
I don't know why they don't much share verses, which it's, I can't remember the name of the song, but it's a song where they actually do, but most of the time when they going back and forth, it's Jada and Styles.
Yeah, we gonna make it.
Yeah, they got a shitload of records where they go back and forth.
Yeah.
That'll be a mean.
Yeah.
That might be the closest inspiration, like stylistic on some shit, like the way they trade bars and go back.
But they'll end up catching a verse and a hook that end up making it a song.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Y'all make a story every time.
But see, they can do that too. They got a record called The Heist. I want to say it's on their second, maybe their first album. But it's Styles and Jada, and they telling a story of them robbing a bank.
I know what you're talking about.
So, I think even in that field, they could still, I still think it will complement what we do. Same for Ball and G.
And they can hold their own too.
Yeah, true that.
For sure.
I think that's the most important part of it. Because if it's gonna be a feature, if it's gonna be
it's gonna be a sweep, you don't want to do it.
It almost ain't worth doing then, because you wanted to bring something that we couldn't provide on our own. If I wanted to half-ass it, I could have half-assed it myself.
Right.
Yeah, but I think them two will be he might not feel this way, but I like Boosie and Webby right now together.
That was good.
I don't know his relationship to their music. I was speaking for myself.
That's good.
For me, I ain't an avid fan, but I definitely respect and appreciate it. I think there's extreme amount of value to what they did.
Let me tell you what Boosie and Webby mean. You know how in the biblical times where God just be picking he pick apostles from people from just different areas. Nigga, he picked Boosie and Webby. From to represent ghetto history.
Yeah.
Baton Rouge.
They too important.
Yeah, they definitely. I will definitely give them that,
man.
You know who will go crazy on the song with y'all?
Hold up, I gotta say this. This when I knew Webby was a prophet.
What?
When that nigga said the girl be cleaning and cooking and cleaning. Yeah. Like that shit.
You just want the motherfucker to cook and clean. That was.
Whatever he said.
Clean and cook.
Right, or clean and cook.
Whatever he said.
I know what you both for. That's all.
That's when I knew he gave a fuck about the people though. When that nigga said the shell gas too high, then go to Circle K.
The money coming.
Okay.
He gonna spend the money.
Pink Money Records with the S.
Yeah. Pink Money Records. Yep. Look, we'll take that out the 1,000.
It's my name.
Come on.
I can open it.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that is so fun. Wow.
There you go. What you holding that?
Wow.
See? And y'all imagine. Yeah. He did that
I
on purpose.
love
He picked that out
it.
himself.
Hold on. Hold on.
Turn up. Go crazy. Yeah, I know you love it. And it's your
Y'all look at that. I got a Mick Cosmetics hat that go real good with this. I got the sock.
People always gonna have feet.
Yes. And I was just asking my homegirl before we came. I had borrowed some of her socks. So now I got some socks.
You got some brand new socks. Yes, sir. New socks. Yeah.
Yes.
Crib. That's from when you at the crib and you might want to rub your feet together.
I got a whole fitty fit.
Yeah.
Oh, my ass gonna look good in it.
On God. On God.
Yeah. Y'all are some real niggas.
You feel me? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yo, Philadelphia, I am on the way back. June 22nd, I'll be at the Helium. The tickets are on sale now, 85southshow.com or the Helium website. If you missed the show the first time, you definitely need to have your ass in the building the second time. And I will be doing my 600-pound life, so you don't want to miss it. Grab them tickets now, 85southshow.com or the Helium website. June 22nd. Get them tickets now.
What two celebrities you would love to see hit?
Like fight?
Yeah.
Maybe like Cedric the Entertainer versus Steve Harvey.
Damn. Cedric the Entertainer versus Steve Harvey. What you be thinking about, man?
I'm trying to figure. I can't figure out nobody else who. And then when you talk about like new people, I don't know. It's hard to classify a motherfucker as a celebrity.
A good boxing match. I'll watch a Kevin Hart versus Cat Williams boxing match. I think Kevin Hart might have the power, but Cat might have the speed.
I think Cat'll beat the shit out of Kevin.
Think so?
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Cat too serious.
Hey,
Cat
man,
he gonna take it. He gonna train for months.
Hey, Cat gonna train for years for one fight.
He gonna train for months, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you though.
The day.
Damn, Kevin Hart from Philly though, ain't he? Them niggas a little rough out there, boy. Them niggas a little different out that way.
I don't know, gang.
All right.
And I don't know if there's too many niggas that can handle Cat Williams.
Man, listen. I seen Cat Williams get picked up by a goddamn 12-year-old.
That was 10 years ago. It's a whole new cat now, bro. He run a 3.5.
He got picked up like a 3.5. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Picked his ass up like a 3.5 and put him on his back, boy.
On
Bro,
their
what
head.
the fuck,
on
bro?
their head, get a T.O.
Who called timeout?
Yeah, nigga ain't know what's going on. What the happened? Who did that? Who the fuck did that? That nigga on the stab, them motherfucking trainer say timeout. Hey man, who the fuck them goddamn ankles, man? You here calling timeout.
Call timeout, bro.
Hey nigga, trainer called timeout. Man, get a T.O. man.
Nigga for the stadium called timeout there then.
I forgot about this. Let me put that nigga in. Nigga in the crowd say timeout, man.
Nigga be forgetting the gas station. The grocery store good now.
Doing great. We needed them affirmations as black people.
That's what I'm saying, but I felt like they was bringing that out of each other.
Yep.
You know who be foul with y'all? Pen-wise, though. Pen-wise. Feel them up.
Man, we shouted them out earlier.
Feel them up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been in contact with Smoke.
Yeah, Chevy P. Chevy Pendergrass.
I don't know how their relationship is.
That'll be a nice.
Yeah.
How about them losing? How about them chosen? Losing? How about them losing? What is it? Like, that Kate is crazy.
Nah, I fuck with Phil Mar too.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of them groups that, like I said, that was one of them groups that inspired us.
Yeah.
And I think that's another thing that made it work so well for us. I don't know how he looked at it prior to us meeting, but I always wanted to be able to do title records with another person. Mm-hmm. And up until then, I would have to write the whole record for that to happen. And when we met, it's like I finally found a person I could, almost like,
Throw the alley to.
Right, or vice versa. It was like, now I don't have to be both hats. Or like he said earlier, I could write this song from two perspectives, but it would sound so much better if that other perspective was another person. Yeah. And in our case, when we found that, because I always wanted to be able to, I started rapping with my brother. At some point, my brother stopped. Well, I won't say stopped. I think at some point I got more serious about it. It became something for me, and not so much for him. So he didn't love it, and since he didn't love it, you know, he didn't grow or aspire to be more than what he was. So in that, you know, me really being knee deep in music, I lost the counterpart, so to speak. So, you know,
you had to pick up both weights.
Right. And then, you know, when we linked, it was worlds apart, years apart. But when we linked, it, you know, it was refreshing. I'm like, damn, you know, I don't gotta coach him through it. He got it. So, you know, that
I've been waiting to meet you, boy.
Right. And, you know, and that shit just
divine.
I'm an only child, so, you know, I probably always one of the brothers down there, period.
Yeah.
And in rap, it was like my peers, it was people I had chemistry with working, but like I feel like me and Yo Gotti had a serious chemistry, like collaborating. But we was even more pronounced solo artists, like with 2 separate deals. You know, under the same umbrella. So it was like, well, you kind of focus on your shit and don't focus on mine. They just running parallel, even if we're in the same car, kind of thing. Like it's tons of artists like same way we did 5 songs. I got in the studio with Gucci Mane and did 5-6 songs the first time.
The same with Dog.
Yeah.
I think you did too.
I mean, me and Dog probably did 10 records or something. It was like perfect timing, I think, along with the course we was on. It's like I said, we was passing each other and going in different directions. Like I said, I'm coming out of being signed, like, fuck this shit. He about to get signed. And so it's kind of like, word, all right, I'm fucking with what you got going on, but I'm finna just try some shit. Just do whatever, because I've been trying to do it that way, and that shit really ain't for me. And then you look up, and he gets to a point where, like, fuck this shit. Like, it really ain't, like, coming out of that, now I'm figuring out the independent grind that much more, so we just, like, kind of keep, versus you pass somebody on their way down, we keep crossing each other, like, you know what I'm saying?
Parallel, but
And really elevating, you know, bringing each other up.
But when did y'all notice, like, all right, we grown now, right? Like, y'all ain't know each other coming up. Y'all heard of each other, but y'all grown. Like, at this point, you know, been through things, you know, trusting people is number one. Like, you know, you don't show no facial expression, so you don't even know, nigga don't even know if you like him or not. Like, I don't know. Like, did you hear me? Like, I heard, all right, let's move your face. God damn. So it's like, shit, when did
But see, that's what made me fuck with them, though. My favorite Don Tripp song is I don't give a fuck if they don't like me.
Facts.
Hey, man.
You get what I'm saying? That's one of them ones that's, nigga, if they made a movie about my life, that bitch coming up about 13 minutes. About 13 minutes, right in 13, 14 minutes. I'm gonna find a reason for that song.
But when y'all knew, like when y'all knew, like, okay, yeah, nah, shout out a real one.
For me, it was the first day we met, because like he was speaking about getting his people to spend some money with me. I ain't know this nigga at all. Like, you know, we was familiar with each other's music, but I really came to his spot because the other person had I don't know how they worked it out. I don't know how it came about, but his people was buying a verse from somebody I was with. So, you know, I'm really just a fly on the wall. They upstairs recording, I'm downstairs chilling. And then, you know, somebody, I don't even remember who came and got me, but, you know, somebody came and got me and they were like, you know, Star wanted to holler at you. You know, I come up, he was like, you know, this guy want to get a verse from me. And I'm like, shit, I'm with it. And even right then, I didn't even know, dude that never fucking heard of me. Right. I ain't find this out until, you know, dude, we recorded it, they did like the light mix and he didn't dip. And they was having a conversation. He was like, yeah, I played the so-and-so, so-and-so. I told him, you know, it's worth fucking with. Right. I'm like, damn, you know, he ain't owe me that. He ain't know me from you know, he might have heard some records, but we ain't never met. He don't owe me no favors. Right. And he did me a favor. And it wasn't even on no, you know, cut me in kind of shit. And that did everything. Cause at that moment, I was on the road and I was selling dope. So I ain't had no, you know, I had no traditional job, ain't got no fucking money put up, no kind of shit like that. So I'm on the road, I can't sell dope on the road. I'm on the road with Gotti, I'm on his tour bus. Right. So I ain't really got no bread like that. I got, you know, enough to maintain, but I can't really do shit. Right. So when he made that move for me, that shit, it meant everything because I needed it. And, you know, again, at the same time, I got a child. So, you know, I got everything I could spare, we was getting down to the pennies. And, you know, when he looked out for me then, that meant something to me. So that alone made me say, all right, you know, it's worth exploring. You know, I got to give him a fresh shake because he ain't owe that. And if he'll do that for me and I'm a complete stranger, then, you know, I can only imagine what you do for the people you care about.
Yeah.
And then, you know, from that, I think that's what opened the door to give it a fair shake.
Yeah.
And, you know, time just prevailed. You know, we've been through shit. You know, our ups and downs, we got, of course, more ups than downs. But that's because even when, like, it ain't many people you can disagree with without falling out with.
You got to be able to disagree.
That's what I'm saying. And that was the thing. That for me, that's what meant the most to me.
Yeah.
That we could disagree with each other. They never get heated, but we can strongly disagree with each other.
Yeah.
And it won't go no further than that disagreement. The disagreement don't turn into us having a quarrel with each other. I ain't beefing with him now because we ain't agree.
Yeah.
I can't really, like, our shit don't get out of hand, so I can't even remember a time we disagreed. But whenever it happens, we find a way to agree to disagree. We'll meet in the middle. And
sometimes you don't have to do shit. You just be like, all right, you do that.
But that's what I'm saying. Motherfucker, then walk away. But that's a hard thing to acquire when you're dealing with two people who
alpha male.
Well, that too, but we felt like he said, that was a point in his life. He felt like he got it together for himself, and vice versa. I don't think I gotta do what you say, and he don't gotta do what I say.
Right.
But the fact that when no ego is involved, I think that's what created the space for us to be able to do that. I ain't look at it like, nigga, who are you? Fuck you. How you know? What make you think you know the better way to do it? We sat, and you know, again, we met in the middle, no matter what it was. And the fact that we can disagree, I think that means everything, because that means neither one of us is faking. And, you know, if he can genuinely say, nah, I don't like that ideal, I don't like this or that. And, you know, we find a way around it. Or like you just said, sometimes the shit, you do that one and I'll do this one and the shit work.
Yeah.
But in a lot of cases, you can't really get that. A lot of the people, you know, we all have experienced it. We know you got friends and family that don't fuck with each other, and you're like, damn, why you don't fuck with? He can't tell you why. Like, weak ass nigga. Okay. What did he do? He don't even remember. He ain't even going to tell you. He ain't for the try.
Nigga don't like me, so I don't like him.
Right.
Like, that ain't a strong enough game.
Right. That shit don't make sense. But that's what I'm saying. We never, even when we bump heads, we don't clash.
Yeah.
And that, you know, that from early on, that let me know that, you know, he was a genuine person.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like I said, we spent more and more time together.
Like a real stepbrother.
Yeah.
That's my real stepbrother. Like, we can argue, but outside the house, we gonna whoop these nigga ass.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This ain't that. And I will proudly inherit any beef he got. That is what it is.
He don't got no beef.
Yeah, ain't no
good.
beef.
Well, no, and it's just, you know, it be on the other end. You know, they got beef with him and he don't got beef with them.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's just life. Success give that to you, no matter what you do.
Right.
Yeah. And for me, you know, people don't, you know, when people say stuff about me, they say it in my comment section. I don't have
Them not real people.
Them bots, they're seventh graders, man. Them are white seventh graders at that.
I know he gonna respond.
Now that's what you got on your partner in the comments.
Like he gonna respond.
Yeah, you got to throw some hate in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Keep your partners on their toes.
While you put all that extra shit in the comments. I just don't go about it in the manner they go about it.
Right. I think the confirmation for me with Craig was, it was on a couple levels. One,
I don't think they know his name, Craig.
My name ain't Craig.
Your name Craig. His name Craig.
Everybody named Craig.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. Okay, put me on game then, Craig.
Yeah. See, you fell right in. Yeah.
We good then.
So it's him being unapologetic, like overall, like the same way you said, like you don't know where he at with it, and it's because he just kind of really don't give a fuck.
Right.
And like when I was able to see, like, oh, that's really in general how you feel about everything and everybody.
Yeah, you can't fake that level.
Right. So I was like, I fuck with that, because I always said I can honor and respect somebody that's the same. Like even if I don't like you, I can accept you being the same all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shape shifting, changing. And early on, like I remember him being like misunderstood. And to me, I was like drawn to it because I felt like it was the same thing. Like I'm tested gifted since I was a little kid. Like I always, I was told like you're the smartest person in the room, you need to find another room to get in. Cause that's what come with it is people not understanding. Like I said, from hearing him rap the first time, I was like, yeah, he out of here, like he cold. But then it's like people that was trying to do business with him was kind of trying to change what he was doing. I'm like, that don't make no fucking sense. I think he good enough to fuck with, but then you wanna change it.
Right.
And I went through that.
Right.
So it was kind of like, you don't want to watch somebody make the same mistakes or bump their head in the same regard. But also, like I said, along the way, I saw that he wasn't listening to shit that nobody was saying. Right. And I was like,
you would have never been happy if you did that.
Well, that's why I couldn't do it, because I wasn't happy. Man, it was shit they was asking me to do. I don't like, well, ain't that I don't like because I won't do it. I ain't gonna do nothing that I can't proudly stand behind, even if it was a mistake. If I was walking and I slipped, all right, nigga, I slipped. I ain't see the fucking water, I slipped, so be it. But like it was shit they was asking me to do that I just couldn't rock with. Like, we went and I did a show in New York. They got me in the fucking strip club. It wasn't a show. They tried to turn it into one. I'm in the strip club and they playing Letter to My Son. They like, let's perform. I said, nigga, what the fuck? How? Letter to my son? That bitch is naked. You to my letter to my son. This shit don't even make sense. They were like, man, we gonna get a DJ to spin it 100 times. I'm like, hey, we in the fucking strip. This don't make any sense. I already didn't want to be there. Right. But I'm like, but that was their idea. And what I gathered, I'm like, man, y'all take y'all blueprint from something else that worked. You ain't even realizing that this is a different thing.
Right.
After that, they was like, man, you don't got no stage presence. So they went and hired Dougie Fresh to teach me how to Dead ass. They went and hired Dougie Fresh to teach me how to perform. So look, when they did this, right, I'm insulted. I had already been doing this shit for too long anyway. And
Dougie Fresh is a great performer. We not laughing at you, Dougie. I'm just saying.
Dougie Fresh ain't performing in the middle of East Memphis either. So when they hit me with that,
we got Dougie Fresh.
I'm like, man, I don't get. They told me I'm supposed to do the not say hey, you say ho, hey ho. I said, nigga, what the fuck? Look, I'm like, man, I'm from a different place. You can't do that. All right, so look, I'm supposed to sign off on them hiring Dougie Fresh. I wouldn't cooperate. Instead, I flew all of them to a show in like Little Rock. I said, because clearly y'all got a misconception. We get to Little Rock, I'm performing all the music that I made before I signed. This is the like me and shit. That shit existed before I dealt with them. I'm playing this shit wall to wall. They nervous because, this is a different atmosphere. Mm-hmm. Everybody, it's wall to wall in this bitch. Nobody got searched to come in this. Nobody got searched to come in this bitch. So if we got 1,000 guns, the crowd got 6,000. Everybody nervous, and the fucking crowd know shit word for word. I done went in the crowd and performed and everything. When the show over, you're like, man, that was different. I said, yeah, now you see, I do know what the fuck I'm doing. You supposed to be trying to meet and compliment. You niggas said Dougie Fresh. Right. All right, after that.
They trying to make you a performer, not knowing how you perform.
Right.
They didn't take the time to see how you perform first.
Exactly.
Right.
Then they turn around.
They had dance lessons.
And they start trying to
Come on, Trip, let's do it one more time.
Well,
5, 6, 7, 8.
Let it to me something. Come on.
Well, look.
Support.
You ain't shit. Well, look.
You gotta perform that shit.
Then they made another demand, right? They went and got Diddy involved.
Oh.
And
I don't even know if you can tell this story.
No, it ain't.
They might pick this shit up.
No, just. But Puffy, he suggested everything they was doing was via email. We can sit and have a conversation, and nothing transpires. And as soon as I leave, I get to my hotel, I'm gonna get a fucking email with 19 people involved when only 4 of us was having a conversation.
CC'd up.
Man, Puppy said I need to wear the leather vest. I need to cut a mohawk in my head.
I'm trying to tell you today 27.
I ain't never heard this story.
Look, so why they was suggesting I do this, right? This is right before I did
the nigga was so goddamn angry.
Look, it was right before I did the double XL cover.
Right.
So while they suggesting this, I'm like, man, I'm not rocking with this. Then we turned around and we ended up doing a double XL shoot. And 2 of Puffy artists was a part of it. Machine Gun Kelly and French Montana.
Right.
I don't know if they ended up wearing it if they both ended up wearing it on the cover, but both of them niggas had leather vests with no shirt on, the chains.
With the mohawk.
I think Machine Gun Kelly had the mohawk. French didn't cut his hair into a mohawk, but they had it was like they gave me the fucking bad boy kit. They was like, this what you gotta wear.
Nigga, if you over here, we wearing leather vests and mohawks.
Yeah.
Leather vests and mohawk.
Cause what you doing is cool.
Yeah, we gonna step it
that
up.
mohawk.
Man, when they suggested that
He don't even talk to him when he's standing. He just be like,
that made everything kind of go sour. And then later on, they wanted me to let Stat Quo write for me.
What?
Well, they thought Stat Quo was like the hardest nigga on the planet, and I think he cold too, but not to the point where it was like, he gonna teach you how to write songs. I'm like, no knock to Stat Quo. It is what it is. But I was like, where the songs he wrote? If I'm not doing it right, show me the right ones that he did. And that shit never transpired. Then you stop hearing about Stat Quo, and I'm like, okay, so I was just supposed to follow that blindly.
man, you can't keep protecting these people. You need to say the name of this label. Because no black people need to be caught up in this.
Now with no leather vests,
protect these motherfuckers.
As soon as they come in, but you know you get what it means.
No, look, if you've been rocking with me, you know that's Cool and Dre. That's every bit. See, Cool and Dre couldn't get me to cooperate. Like Craig said, they made a lot of suggestions. I just stand firmly on saying no. I'm not doing it.
And that was the one. That was the one that stood out. Was the Step Brothers one?
Yeah, they told me not to do Step Brothers one.
In LA.
They said it wouldn't work.
We recorded that whole project in 3 studio sessions. So it was a short amount of time, and the project was done. So we in LA. I think we did 2 songs while we was out there and got it mixed. And yeah, that Mohawk wouldn't have been made.
No,
I wouldn't be here right now if he ain't got
Nigga, I wouldn't. How the fuck I'm gonna explain that to my son? You gotta be yourself, son.
You know, we got the tape done.
Damn,
man, y'all done went LA.
But that be the thing though, see. Them ain't tricks, but them be the story that nigga gotta be like, hell nah, bro, I ain't finna do that. Man, what if I would've did that?
Man, the same thing, like, they told them, we got the tape done. We playing it, we in the studio mixing it. They are paying no attention to it. Like the entire first project that we
they weren't
went to
fucking
the room with, it was just like an afterthought. It was like, cause niggas got agendas. They want you to work with their people. They want a bigger profit share.
Right.
Really, at the end of the day, like, fuck what's good, fuck what naturally works or organic. And they told him don't do it. You know, and he said, all right. And then we dropped it the same day. Like, he probably hung up the phone and then hit upload. And even with that, I'm like, damn, that was gangster. You know what I'm saying? Because even in my situation, like, I ain't had the leverage that he did in that time. I got in them situations and probably like listened a little bit more. Because I was, like I said, I was younger. I was more impressionable. And I'm looking at what y'all doing is working so well that I really just want
I'm thinking y'all know what y'all talking about.
Right. And not saying they didn't, it just wasn't for me. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to kept doing whatever the fuck got me there.
And that was my problem. Cause initially I'm sitting and I'm thinking, you know, I'm gonna soak it in. Y'all, you know, y'all got more experience than me. Yeah. But at some point I noticed, like, you know, y'all niggas is trying to put me in the cookie cutter. Y'all ain't paying attention to what's going on. Yeah. I'm like, you either fuck with me or you don't fuck with me. And you trying to like...
It's like, look, Trip.
Like you bought a car and started trying to rebuild it.
Wait. Sonny, we don't fuck with you.
Right.
Tell him what we need him to do.
We need that vest.
What size vest you wear?
What size vest you wear? Get that damn mohawk.
We're trying to see if you fuck with us, bro. You haven't given us the mohawk yet.
Right.
Come on, man. You want to play hardball.
Oh, try, man. It got real wild.
Then we put the tape out, and it was like, man, amazing.
Just like that. Niggas change the tune just like that. That's I looked at him okay.
I think at that point, and he also didn't give a fuck about that. It was like,
no, that shit mean shit.
So now
you showed your card. I see what you want.
Damn.
And when you didn't know if it would work or not, you ain't believe in it because it wasn't your idea. And your ideas was all the goofy shit because it worked for so and so. And then when it did work, you ain't say, "Damn, you was right." I'm gonna have to lean more into your ideas. No, you said, I believed in it. No, we knew this was gonna work. You doing interviews and shit about how well it worked because y'all knew it was gonna work.
Right.
I'm like, damn, bro, like I said earlier, you gotta be who you said you are. And they ain't standing on it. It was a lot of weird shit. And then I started peeping. Like I call people brother man, and they started saying it. And I had my brothers with me. So they started telling us, we family and all that extra shit. We never bought into none of that shit. That's like, a stranger offering a kid some candy. They taught us a long time ago, stranger danger. So, they doing all the brother shit. And it was night, like one day we was just niggas here. And then tomorrow now everybody's, now we brother. Now y'all adopted our slang, talk like us now. And Piff used to call them fool and gay.
Oh,
and that nigga, but I don't think they ever done nothing that was actually gay. But Piff just, if I don't like you, he don't like you. He don't care. He understood absolutely nothing about the business. He didn't care about what was supposed to happen.
He just knew you ain't like.
He just knew I ain't fuck with him. So Piff would come.
When did the shit go bad though?
It started going bad immediately. Cause
off the rip.
Yeah. Well, initially they was just supposed to be making beats, and I was supposed to reimburse them for the beats. It turned into something that it wasn't. They wanted to sign with Cash Money, and they wanted to sign with Cash Money. They was all the way up Baby's ass. The way Baby treated them and the way they held the regard they held him in didn't match. Either way, they wanted to be Cash Money, and I'm looking at it like, all right, if I'm Cash Money, I gotta compete with Nicki Minaj, Drake, Wayne, and the other 17,000 people that they got.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they already competing with each other themselves. So I'm like, no, I don't think I like that idea. And while they spinning that idea, Jimmy Iovine called me personally. So I'm like,
hey, Trip, it's Jimmy.
Yeah, pretty much. But, from there, I sat with Jimmy Iovine, and he was eager to work it out no matter how he had to work it out. And I'm like, I get to, at least in some fashion have a say in how this go.
Yeah.
They was already cut in the fold, so I couldn't do nothing about that. But I sat with Jimmy, and Jimmy made sure, he was determined to not sign. He was determined not to sign me as just an artist. But what people wouldn't know it because no album came out. But I was actually in a joint venture. It was my label, Cool and Dre label, Interscope. But that only happened because I sat with Jimmy Iovine and he understood that, wasn't no way to really maneuver out of the situation I was in. And Jim was like, all right, I'm gonna put enough money up. They ain't gonna have no choice. What he taught me, I didn't know this until he told me, but Interscope and Cash Money are both under Universal, and Universal got a no-compete clause with they subsidiaries. So when Jimmy put a number up, he knew that Cash Money wouldn't match. So since they wouldn't match, Cool and Dre had to go with what makes sense monetarily. But even then, that was the beginning of me playing my own ball then. I knew none of this was in their favor because everything before that was in their favor and wasn't in mine. So to try to make shit work, they went and got, they were doing a lot of dumb shit that I don't know what they thought was gonna happen. That first thing they offered me was a Lamborghini and a necklace. And I'm sitting in the truck.
Hold up, just like that?
Yeah, in the truck. I'm like,
Trip, look what we got.
No, they told me pick the Lamborghini you want. Man, I don't know why I think like I think, but I was staying with my mama in East Memphis, and my mama got her driveway was steep as fuck, incline.
I can't drive this, man.
Right, so I'm like, I can't park it in the driveway. We don't got no garage. Right. I parked that bitch on the street. Y'all gonna have me dead in a week.
Right.
So I'm like, Okay. I said, I can't park no fucking Lamborghini in East Memphis. I'm thinking they gonna get more realistic. And they said, well, where you want your mansion? In LA or Miami? So I'm like, okay. When they hit me with that, I said, you do know. What got me here was a letter to my son. I told you, I can't see my son. Do you really think moving me to LA or Miami is gonna help me see my son?
No, but the Lambo will. You'll get over there quick. When she finally does let you see him, you'll be able to get there fast. And once she sees you in this necklace, hey, my guy, you're getting your family back. But wait till she sees this fucking necklace.
So what do you think turned it around when all that shit went sour? What you think turned it around for you, like career-wise, or you know what I'm saying, to get out of that space into like, you know, more prosperous?
Two things. While I was in the middle of it, well, you knew more of my disgruntledness than most people did. But while I was in the middle of it, I had went to I was involved. They had me on a panel, like a hip hop panel, on one of them BET college tour things.
Yeah.
So on the panel, they had what is it? DJ what College Park? His name something. He was something else. I think it was Smurf or Smirk.
Yeah,
like
Smurf. College Park.
Right. Well, College Park was on the panel and Rocco was on the panel. They had asked College Park something about Soulja Boy and how he managed to, you know, really go in and make his own terms. And College Park was like, he had the leverage. He the person that they wanted him. So he, in real time, he get to make the rules. Cause it's you that's trying to court me.
Right.
So when he said that, I'm like, damn, that's really how you gotta play it, cause I'm the commodity, not them. And then they asked Rocco a question. They asked Rocco, how do we maintain relevance even though he not a mainstream artist? And Rocco said the way he maneuver, you know, in the music business, when you meet an artist, you don't meet the artist, you meet his management. The management is who chop it up with you. The artist stay off in the background. And whenever that term is over with, you got a relationship with that manager. You don't even remember the fucking artist. Rocco was like, for me, I don't let my manager play that role. I do that. I meet the people myself. So when he said that stuck with me. So after that fucking seminar, whatever that was called, I went back to LA and I purposefully met every person in the Interscope building. And I started growing relationships. I grew a relationship with a guy named, both of them passed, a guy named Mel Carter, who also worked with a guy in them later on, and a guy named Mar Brown. And both of them hit me to a lot of shit that was, a lot of shit I needed to learn. Mail is how I found out about the Dougie Fresh shit. I wasn't supposed to know. but Mail used to run with Wu-Tang. And he was like, he understand where they coming from. It's just premature. He was like, they not looking at the package. They think they know what's going to work, and they ain't sat down with it. And I could respect that because he ran with Wu-Tang. And what I'm expecting him to do was be pro fucking Dougie Fresh, or be pro the whole New York idea. And he was against it as well. And then my relationship with Mar, later they did the drop list. The drop list, I don't know what it is now, but it used to be every September and December. So Mar hit me to the drop list. He said that they was discussing it in September and my name came up. He made sure I wasn't on the list. So when he said that, I'm like, damn, okay, I appreciate it. It's a guy from Interscope. I don't know where he at now. We share a birthday, so we stay in touch, but I don't know where he working. His name Don Clemens. This nigga used to wear, like, what's the homie name in basketball? Used to wear the suits. Craig something, ain't it? He passed. Used to be like a
Craig Sager.
That's how Don Clemens is. And this nigga was dressed up on a regular fucking day doing a 9 to 5. He was fucking, like, he just left out of, Dapper Dan. Like, he left every fucking day. Either way, I'm sitting with him and he was like he was over everything that involved money being spent on me. I'm sitting with him and he was like, being dropped ain't the worst thing in the world. And I'm like, why the fuck you called me in here to tell me that? He was like, it's ways to maneuver around that. He said, I watched you built the relationships. You use those resources that you created. You don't need to be tied in to do that. It's gonna be tougher. He said, but look how you got here.
Yeah.
So from that, I left that meeting and I called Mar later on. I told him, well, listen, next drop list, make sure I'm on it. He was confused. He's like, well, I don't know why the fuck you want that. Now I explained to him like Don Clemens explained it to me. I was like, all right, I'm with it. I might not agree, but I got you. He said, the next drop list is in December. I didn't know it was December. I didn't know it was that fucking soon. They're like, it's in December. Mar did whatever he had to do. Mar called me and said, congratulations, you dropped. I said, all right, what's the next steps? He was like, they're gonna get whatever together, he gonna let me know. After that, I owe so much fucking money to Interscope. I owe like $1 million something to Interscope.
So when you get dropped, they send you a receipt.
Yeah, you gotta pay. You gotta recoup it anyway. Mm-hmm. I ain't put no album out, so I know there was no product to recoup it. Mm-hmm. So I gotta recoup it. Mm-hmm. I just so happened I had peeped all the plays Cool and Dre was on. Them niggas was charging me to be at the studio. They fly me in, and I'm waiting for my room and shit. Somebody supposed to be taking care of it, so I gotta come to the studio first, which was weird. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm chilling, we're waiting. And one day, like one of the tricks they was doing, they wouldn't hire people, they would only hire interns. Then when that intern term out, hire new interns. This particular intern don't know that you ain't supposed to bring the invoice to me. Every other artist, he bring the invoice, Fat Joe sign, Busta Rhymes sign. He didn't know. He brought it to me to sign. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I read. They had charged me like $3,000 for being in the studio. I'm not in the control room. I'm in the fucking lobby. I've been sitting here for fucking 11 hours waiting on a hotel key. All right, so when I peeped that, I said, I ain't recording with y'all no more. I caught on to it. So what I did, I went back home. I continued recording in my own studio. Mm-hmm. But I had learned, this shit is itemized. I said, all right, perfect. I got surveillance cameras and shit, so it was perfect. I'm always in the studio, because now you can charge me just for being there, right? All right, well, I don't know her last name, but the accountant for Interscope, her name was Sarah something. She called me, told me I owe X amount of dollars. I'm like, all right, well, I gotta send, right, I did that next, but I told her I gotta send my invoice. Because, I've been recording and shit. Everything I done, I pay for myself. Every video you saw from me came from me. So when I did that, she basically was like, well, then the audit came shortly after that. When we got the audit, they seen everything we spent money on. And my studio surveillance footage is what helped my case. Because, I was flying private, I was flying first class, I was going from LA to Miami and back to LA from Miami. I was staying in condos and shit. But while I was doing all of that, I was really sitting in my studio. None of your dates match up, because all of the dates you saying I was flying and doing all this shit, here's footage. I'm in my studio with my little brother Bink recording me. I can't be in two places at once. So they looked at it like, well, fuck it. It wasn't really, they ain't making enough money from me for it to matter. So they're like, all right, well, fuck it. We just gonna call it even. She told me, I canceled what they owe me for studio time, and they'll cancel what I owe them. So when I got out of it, I was free and clear. I told them send me termination paperwork. Right. They sent it to me. Cool and Dre didn't know I had it. So them niggas told me that since I got dropped from Interscope, that now I'm a epidemic artist. I'm their artist now.
Back to them.
Right, that's what they said. I'm like, I ain't the smartest nigga in the world, but I can read paper that say whatever agreements we signed prior to this is void. Mm-hmm. So I got the lawyers in it. Once they got everything signed and sealed, I was like, man, I'm good. I'm gonna do this shit on my own. And then in the midst of all this happening, I'm watching Craig with the Trash Bag Gang and the Trash Bag Gang and Grind Hard merch. Like, he was doing shit that I hadn't thought of. I ain't know that was even part of this yet. So I'm watching that. Then I'm watching how he was maneuvering and doing it independently. So from there, I'm like, okay, I kind of got the blueprint sitting in front of me. I don't really got to start from scratch trying to figure it out again. I can just say, hey, Craig, when you put that tape out, how you do that? How you get that shit on Apple and all that shit? He broke it down.
He told you, like, hey, man, I don't charge niggas $3,000 to be in the studio. First of all, I ain't charging niggas to be in the studio. That's how I did that.
That's what I'm saying. From that was I gathered the tools I needed to be able to move afterwards. From, like I said, from the relationship. So our relationship was one I had going into that situation. And then, DeMar, DeMille, and Don Clemens and shit, and Sarah. Because Sarah was just fed up. She's like, fuck this. I'm not going through this shit.
So a nigga named Don that dressed like Craig got you the gun.
Yeah. And we share a birthday. So, we reach out every August 20th and tell each other happy birthday. He one of the people, he got like super inspiring shit to say. Right. So he'd be like, the sun's shining on you, king, and be prosperous. And, hey, I appreciate it because, like I said, I probably wouldn't.
So they was doing a lot of Cool and Dre was doing a lot of low down shit, charging you for the studio and all this.
Man, I got a long list.
Man, that's the game. Somebody likely did it to them.
Man, listen. I learned a lot of tricky shit from Cool and Dre. And instead of going and doing it again, I just learned how to look for it.
Yeah.
Letter to My Son, although I'm grateful for CeeLo being on it, CeeLo ended up on it because I believe in a united front. Even though we ain't rocking, the building ain't supposed to know that. So if you go in the building pushing for something, I ain't gonna go in there and push for the same thing or go against it. Because ain't no need for that. We a united front. We supposed to look like we're on the same team. I didn't know that them niggas was going in there playing their other artists' music and shit when they were supposed to be presenting my shit to Interscope. Don Clemens and Mar Brown. It's, me having relationships is how I found these things out. There was another guy named Garnett. He was over everything that go to radio. I went one day and Garnett's like, bro, when are we gonna hear some music? I'm like, nigga, I got 70 songs. The fuck are you talking? Cool and Dre said they just came up here. He said, yeah, but they keep, I ain't gonna throw under the bus. They're like, yeah, but you came here playing so-and-so shit. We ain't signed her. We don't wanna hear that. So I'm like, huh? He's like, Jimmy fed up. He's sick of this shit. Every time they come, they ain't present him with what he invested in. They trying to get more money for something else. So I find this out. I'm like, okay. They say in order for us to get Letter to My Son added to radio, Jimmy Iovine requested or insists that it has a hook on it. That's the only way he gonna push for radio. Now again, I believe in a united front. So I ain't talking to Jimmy about this. And I ain't about, this is when I could still call him. Shortly after I couldn't call. He had changed his number faster than a bitch. But either way, when they tell me this, I'm like, I'm trying to cooperate. I don't know this game. I'm learning.
Yeah.
All right, so they say that, they like, we gotta get a hook. Long story short, we landed on CeeLo doing the hook. CeeLo charged me $100 to do the hook, $100 to do the video, and wanted another $100 to ever perform it. And I don't know CeeLo, so I ain't feel no way. Ain't like Craig said, bro, I'm for the tax you. It's a complete fucking stranger, and he's a legend. So, I would not
just in case you ever call me and say, hey, nigga, I need you to bar.
Here's $100.
I'm on the way.
But, so with that, I find out later, Jimmy never said that. That was their way of taking ownership of the record. They also went in, so they could claim publishing. They put a sound, they put a sound in the song that no one can identify. The only way you hear this sound is if you break the stems down, mute everything, then you hear this one sound they added. They added it through the whole beat, and now they get a portion of the publishing because they co-produced it. If, one nigga you can call that's gonna tell you everything about Cool and Dre. I found this out after we had to clear everything for Letter to My Son.
Are not cool at all.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody was familiar with the runners. Yeah. The tag that was on all the shit that was coming out of Miami right then. Street Runner originally made that beat. They had already fucked him over for the beat prior, which is crazy. It was Fat Joe beat. I didn't know this. So in order for Interscope to own Letter to My Son, they gotta buy the beat. Except I don't own it, Fat Joe and whoever owned it. Turns out, Street Runner made it, and even when he got it to Fat Joe, Cool and Dre them did some weird shit and fucked him over on it. So Street Runner is snapping on me on the phone. And you like, man, I don't fuck with them niggas, yada, 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 them niggas, they this, they that. And I'm like, I just called trying to clear the beat. I don't even know what the fuck you talking about. I hadn't experienced all the shit like yet. So this is early. He was telling me, don't trust them niggas. I'm like, all right, so we figure out a way to get Street Runner paid. I signed on to get him paid. Them niggas went and added the sound and cut his check again, man. I said, damn. I said, man, y'all niggas must got some real beef. Them niggas went out their way to make sure you didn't get all the money.
Damn.
But like I said, it was a lot of shit them niggas did that taught me a lot of shit about the music industry.
That's crazy.
One of the main expenses, and this is why I could be free and clear, they spent my recording budget on Game album. What they did, they had us both in the same studio. I'm in C and Game is in A. I ain't even in B. I'm in C and Game is in A. Game is recording his album. I don't know nothing about none of this. I ain't know this until I got to the audit. And I'm reading the audit and I'm reading it and I'm being charged for being in the studio twice at one time. I'm like, how? How was I in C and A? I'm like, what the fuck? So when we started backtracking, I'm like, all right, you know, you look at the dates and shit, I'm like, all right, that's when I flew out to LA. But I was in C. I said, damn, Gang was in A. I remember this because when I got there, they wanted me to meet him. I went in A to meet Gang.
So you was in A.
Right. I was in A. I was in C.
You didn't say that, did you?
It's a cold game, man. I mean, you know,
man, look,
this the closest bro gonna get to therapy. Standing on the couch, like they gotta just let him rock. But but also it's a cautionary tale of you know how cutthroat like the music business or industry or just high stakes. Period. We talking millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like without an album dropping, you got $1 million+ tab. You know what I'm saying? That you ain't even seen half the paper.
But y'all done did it so beautifully, independently though. You stick with
I think that's why I think we experienced so much before.
That's the backstory. That's the origins of it. Because like I said, even up to that point, I ain't see that, but I seen some cold shit myself. You know what I'm saying? They kind of had me like, man, I'm cool. Like, I'm going to take the long way to get the, because also by that time I seen so many people fall off that I thought was like on and superstars. And I'm like, damn, you ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? When it slow down, it's over. Like I'm sad for him.
That shit hurt.
So I'm like, nah, like, so for me, it was like, let me figure out how to have some staying power. How can I, you know, sustain like a shelf life with this shit? And it was also like that shit, I'm gonna just go for what I know. I'm gonna try some new shit.
Yeah.
And so like I said, that overlap, because when he came out of that, like he said, now I'm trial and error my way up to really hustling this shit. We started in 11, by 13 we got ready to do Step Brothers 2.
I was out of the deal by then.
He was out of the deal. I charted on Billboard 3 times.
Right.
Like myself. Like not a soul. Like nobody couldn't tell me shit about how to do it, when to do it. And it ain't had to make sense to nobody. You know, I'm sitting in meetings with them labels and they scratching their head like, so who's doing this? Like you said with Rocco, like me, I called him. Or, you know, I went out there, I paid. They're like, damn, this all you, and it's also like, they scratching out shit. Like,
they gotta reimburse.
Yeah, we can't, you know what I'm saying? We can't bamboozle this nigga. Right. And it's like, so when we came around to doing that one, it's like figuring out, man, there's more ways to go about it. Cause like, I overachieved for myself by that time, just on some, like, fuck it, I'm gonna go another way.
Yeah.
And from there, that's why I was trying to pivot and get to like, what was the next step or how to, even during that time, we still ran into shit, you know what I'm saying? Fuck shit and business shit to get tricky. But it's like, what you gonna learn from, you know, what you gonna take with it to do it better and do it bigger the next go around. You know what I'm saying? And it's even now, like, I feel like every time, like I'm super excited about this new project because I still feel like we going up.
Going up. What date? What date?
May
9th.
May 9th.
May 9th.
Tars. Man, y'all dropping for the Tars. Listen, man, they dropping for the Tars.
Yeah.
May 2nd, nigga. May 9th. They dropping for the Tars.
What's May 2nd?
My birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all dropping in the perfect season, my boy.
Yeah.
We turned, nigga.
And then drop the social media, let them know where they can keep up and find you and follow you, get the tour dates and all
Me,
that.
man, at Mr. Dunn Trip on on all that shit. And if it's not,
it's a 7th grade.
It's not. It's just not there.
It's a 7th grade. I'm telling you.
Starlito Grind Hard on Instagram, Lito615 on X, grindhard.com. You can get to everything else. YouTube, Grind Hard TV, and shit, we finna be together all the time.
Right.
Hey man, don't forget, I gotta remind y'all. DC want to direct one of the songs.
And produce it. I'm gonna put it together.
He ain't produced.
All right, listen, you ain't gotta worry about it. Hey, this shit always 100 legit.
I would.
No cap.
But look here, man. Y'all know exactly where we at. We can't let y'all leave because we brought y'all some.
Got some shit, man.
Got some shit for y'all.
Got some shit, man.
I appreciate it, brother.
Y'all know where we at, man. Don't let this be the last time you stop through the 85 South Show.
Oh, y'all know it.
Starlito done trip. We off this bird.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl XP. And it's your girl Dre Nicole.
Clayton English.
Snap Green Boy, Louis Belt.
Justin Whitehead. Moneybag Buffett.
Listen, if you're trying to book us for your event, hosting, comedy show, whatever you got going on,
Let's keep it real professional.
no sliding in my DMs.
Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. That's what they want me to say. You can still slide in my DMs, but it's got to be freaky. No, I'm just playing. Look.
Let's keep it real professional. This what you gonna do.
Hit the email, bookings@85southshow.com.
That's how you make sure everything is handled right with no games.
Contact the email, man. Hey, ain't no more hear me on the side. I'm professional this year. You gotta talk to my people.
So one more time. For bookings, hit up bookings
at 85southshow.com.
And that way, you can get your event handled the right way. Cause like I say, I'm not gonna hit you up. I'm not gonna respond. So look.
No funny business.
No funny business.
It's just strictly
family business around here, man. We bring the fun to you. Just have your business straight. Let's go. Come on.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy DC on Fly. In case you haven't heard, we at the 85 South Show have launched our own independent streaming service called Channel 85. And for our loyal supporters, we are currently offering 20% off for 6 months. Just use code 85 per center. Right, spread it out. Code 85 PERCENTER. Once you sign up, you'll get access to the podcast a whole day earlier than everyone else on YouTube. All of our new live shows, independent specials, new shows like 5 on it, 85, and even get your special offers and discounts for 85 South merchandise. And the shows, it's only $8.50 a month or $85 for the whole year. And you can find us online at channel85.com. Or on your iPhone, Apple TV, Amazon, Fire Stick, Roku, and even on Android. And remember, use code 85 per center for 20% off for a whole 6 months. That's Channel 85. Subscribe.
It's your man Carlos Miller, and I'm over here at the 85 South Studios, 85 Ways. And look, if you would like to be featured on the Black Market, all you have to do is go to the website, go to Black Market, click submit, and submit. If you want to be featured on here, you can come kick it and be my guest, and we'll talk about your business and how we can scale up and what's going good and let the people know exactly what you got going on. Hit the website, register, submit, and come kick it with me on the Black Market. You know what that means. It's money on the floor.